Hey guys, this is Ranjin here, bringing you all another Circle of commentary. This is going to be the final match in Group B of the Ro32 of the Hana Daetoo MSL 2010 spring season. This is going to be on Triathlon between Flash and Action. I am an action man. Action man. Oh god, what were the commercials for those action figure? Oh god, I've completely forgotten. There was some sort of G.I. Joey type of stuff, I'm pretty sure. Action man! Something like that. But anyway, this is going to be a triathlon. I'm going to have Action Man, or just Action, at the 12 o'clock position as the yellow zerg, and at the 8 o'clock position we're going to have Flash in, what is it, orange, I think? Pretty sure that is orange. Yes, it is indeed orange. Thank God. Thank God. Colors are not very comfortable on the minimap, but this is different races, so that's okay. And I'm going to sync 50, 51, 52. Now I'm expecting Flash to go for pretty standard stuff. He's going to start off by walling off. Triathlon, very comfortable to wall off your ramp, as long as you don't mind walling off one single base. You can do that with a supply depot and a barracks. Action, lucky for him, actually getting the overlord into the correct position. It's very comfortable for Zerg sometimes in this map. This is a 3-player map, and there's not a lot of distance between the bases, so you can easily scout. As long as you scout in the correct direction with the overlord, but also lets the Terrans delay their own scouts a little bit, but just because of the fairly short distances between the bases. This of course makes rushes very viable, but I'm not expecting that here. I'm not expecting Action to try to go for crazy rush, because Flash is the type of player who's very careful and he anticipates those things generally. He's pretty ready for that, and with that wall in, of course the rush would just fail. 12 hatch going to come in for Action. He's going to try to engage Flash regular. We're going to see what he tries to go for. Same thing that Hyun went for, go for 2-base muta build. He is getting his gas up right now, so we're going to see how quickly he techs up, and whether he's going to go for those mutas, maybe switch up, go for workers. I'm not overall too sure. Flash, yeah, he's going to trick himself and just put up his expansion at the inside past the egg space, and this of course makes it even safer for Terrans to expand their first 2 times. Basically makes their second and third bases extremely easy to take. You pick up this network, but of course this leaves him vulnerable to mutas. There is that weakness that taking up this base past the eggs makes you extremely vulnerable to mutas. So Flash really has to get that engineering bay as fast as possible. Might even want to go for eBay before Academy, get the weapons 1 upgrade and the turrets before you get stim. At the very least, then you need a lot of turrets at that expansion past the eggs, the low left hand, to be able to defend it well. 5 turrets. 5 turrets would make you pretty safe against a significant group of mutas, as long as those turrets are well grouped and can at least 2 to 3 of them can fire a group of mutalisks at the same time. They're going to be in pretty good position. Flash now getting his gas going, so we're going to be seeing him taking up fairly soon. Has only one, interesting enough, only has one marine so far, so we're going to see whether he actually decides to switch up and go for something a little bit different. Maybe go for mech. This is a map very, very good for a Wraith. But Wraith has been very effective on this map before. Action Man is just going to get the full scout on this, though, with his overlord. Flash is going to be able to ward it off with his initial marine, but he only has one single marine out there protecting his ramp and not much else at all, so he might be going, I'm not altogether too sure what he is going to be going for. Whether he's going to try to go for some sort of mech, maybe go for some aerial build. It does have a factory coming up, so Flash is actually going to go for something a little bit different than his usual 1 Rex into Expo into mass medic marines. Not getting a second refinery quite yet. Meanwhile, Action going to actually plop down a 3rd base as soon as he spots. Smart play from him. Actually going for something a little bit different than what Zerg players have been going for. He's actually going to pick up a 3-base strategy. So he's going to try to compete with against a Terran player's quick expansion strategy with a quick expansion strategy of his own. Is getting his Spire up, so still probably going to get mutalisks, but rather than getting a production hatchery, just going to pick up an additional base, and very good build for him overall, because this is going to leave him very safe. Flash also getting Academy up, so this might be a mech start, and we're going to see whether he actually switches over to something else. Whether he maybe produces a vulture or 2 to go and harass. I'm not altogether too sure what Flash is going to do with this, because when I think of Flash, I generally don't put the word creative and Flash next to each other, simply because I'm not saying that Flash can't be creative, because he can be. really was a very innovative player, especially back in the day when he went for he created the standard anti-carry build, actually getting an armory and a starport up, engineering bay and academy up as well. Saw his second factory up, so he's going for something completely different. And really interesting to see something different into the usual stuff. So he's probably going to go for Valkyries to help counter these. Might go for some Goliaths alongside on the ground. Not altogether too sure. Might be going for a Valkyrie Goliath build. It's going to be real interesting to see. I think it was Flash who a little while back, half a year ago, maybe a little bit more, that had some sort of very weird Goliath Medic Marine build that either succeeded miraculously or just extremely well, basically killed the Zerg player completely, or failed horrendously. It was one or the other. And he had that for a little while, but he stopped doing that as soon as a counter was found. Action going to expand another time, yet again, at the upper left hand, going to go past the mineral lines, past the eggs there. Going to be seeing that initial Valkyrie come out now, but yeah, Action going to expand past the eggs, the upper left hand. That's going to be a base, still safe for him. Has initial Mutalisks out there, but I think Flash is going to have enough to defend. It does have Goliaths on the ground, probably has Charon boosters at this point. I'm going to see whether they're ready. Yeah, no, not quite yet. Did have the machine shut up, but probably doesn't quite have Charon boosters up. 4 turrets, that's what you need. Bunch of turrets past these eggs, because you're not going to have anything else to defend against this. He does have the Valkyrie, though, so the Valkyrie, very nice switch up from Flash, knowing, you know what, just turrets, don't quite feel like having nothing but turrets at the lower left hand to defend, so he's going for Valkyrie. Steve went for something like this. He went for Wraiths when he played against, oh dear god, Quanro. He played against Quanro against Imperial's attack. He actually went for something similar, started off with 2-port Wraiths and switched off into Valkyries. Oh man, these Mutalisks coming in. I think they picked off one single SCV, but just getting fired on all sides from turrets and a Valkyrie. Actually knows what he's facing off against. But the good thing for him is that he is getting his third base not fully saturated yet. He's going to start on that, going to get a gas there, and going to have this 2 o'clock, this 10 o'clock. Sorry, I've been calling it 2 o'clock base. 10 o'clock base, the upper left hand, going as well. A couple of Scourge alongside those Mutalisks will really help him pick off those Valkyries. Because Valkyries are a heavy investment, but Flash, thankfully for him, has 2 bases up, but he is going to want to expand sooner than usual off his regular 1 Rex into Fast Expo build. He can stay on those 2 bases for a long time, get Science Vessel out there, and stay for those for quite a while, but this time around he's going to have to expand a little bit faster, especially with Action getting his own expansions going, and Flash is not going to be able to attack that upper left hand for a long time due to those eggs. Scourge and a bunch of Mutas out there for Action. Action does a very nice Muta micro, so we're going to see how he manages to utilize this. Got to be careful not to get his Mutas caught in these Goliaths. 2 Valkyries out there, bunch of Goliaths on the ground. So these Mutalisks are just going to be forced back. Scourge not going to manage to do anything. Charon boosters kicking in. No, I thought it was, yeah, there you go. Charon boosters kicking in. But now those Valkyries and Charon boosters is going to be insane.